Hello, today I'm going to do a what's in my bag tag video. It's not going to be exactly what's in my bag, but because I change bags quite a lot and I've got a fair few different bags, I've just put like a lot of stuff relating to derma and the stuff I usually carry concerning that in my bag, and I'm just going to show you the kind of stuff I carry around with me. So this is my bag. It's a rucksack this time. It's quite a cheap one, but it's good for going to big events or somewhere where you need both your hands, and I tend to carry it if I'm doing something photography based where I need to use both my hands to take pictures. So this is my bag of choice for today, and I'm just going to show you the kind of things which I carry around with me every now and then. So obviously, to start with, money. In my purse there is a lot of plasters. If you have derma, you know how important plasters are. If you're using a really small bag, I tend to put all my plasters in my purse, along with some hair clips and just the smaller things like that, so very important. So this is for my bigger bag. I tend to carry around a box of plasters. Generally they're for if I've got cuts on my fingers, but sometimes if I've picked something on my back, I can stick them on my back as well. Secondly, my iPod. I'd say I pick less if I'm listening to music, so music's a good thing. I would carry a book, but most times I don't have a bag big enough for books, so I carry my iPod. Plus I can put videos on it. Tissues, obviously. Sometimes if you've got a cut or anything, it's good to just clean it up. My snazzy glasses, because I'm short-sighted. If I'm wearing these, I'm less likely to spot myself in a mirror and start picking because the focus is out. So yeah, they do have their plus points, even if they do make me look like a librarian. I have a couple of notebooks. I carry this one more often. I have one for like every year, and I just put stuff from various places, and there's some tickets in there. When I was at work, I found this article in a newspaper. Probably the reason I took it out was because I didn't want anyone to know or relate this to me, which is kind of shameful, but at the same time, that's mental health for you. It was in the sun, so obviously it's just not painting us in a nice light, so I pulled it out, stuck it in my book. Next, I have a lot of photography stuff. It tends to be lots of wires and batteries and memory cards. I also carry a camera because I do photography and I'm a photographer, so I carry a compact camera around with me, and it records video as well as pictures. And I keep it in a small little makeup bag. It fits my camera perfectly. Good. Keys, my little key ring. Next, I have my own little sewing kit. Now I realise this is a weird thing to carry around with you, but even when I was at Summer in the City this year, that I needed it. So I actually sewed up my dress while at Summer in the City, which was kind of useful. My little sewing kit. Now onto the derma side of things. I always carry some sort of like healing cream, depending on how big my bag is. Depends on which one I carry. Not only have I got the soothing cream, I also have, they kind of double up as fidget toys as well. I have cuticle cream, because if I have the urge to pick up my nails or they're really particularly bad, I can apply this, and it's kind of similar to picking up my nails, but also it's nourishing them at the same time. And I also, recently I got some coconut oil, so I put it in a little pot, and this is good for basically anything. I tend to use it as a lip balm every now and then if my lips are really soft. So I've put that in a tiny little 5-gram pot which I found, and that's also good for fingers. It also makes the fingers really slippery if I feel like I'm pulling my hair out. It doesn't matter what you use it on, it's quite good for everything. And I know I shouldn't, but nobody ever tells me when I've got big flaky bits of skin on my face, so I always carry a mirror. Sometimes it's really not a good idea, but hair clips, because if I'm having a bad day just picking out tiny little strands, or I can have the time where I just pull out clumps, I can tie my hair back into a bun and pin it back so I just can't feel it anymore and I can't run my fingers through it. Concealer, I have many different types of concealer. This is just one of them. It's a Miss Sporty, and I've had it for ages, and it's really thick so it stays on quite well. And finally, the most important thing is fidget toys. Now I have loads and loads of fidget toys always and constantly around the house, and I have quite a few in my bag always. This is one I like to carry around a lot with me, because usually if you have a fidget toy it distracts your friends and your friends want to play with them as well, so I carry cards. That way everyone can be involved. This is like the grimiest pack of cards I've ever got, but These are cute. Also, if I'm stuck at the train station or waiting for a bus or something like that, I tend to have a little colouring book. I have a little black and white comic book from Summer in the City last year, and it's by Ed Stockham, and because it's black and white I can colour it in. So I have these tiny little miniature pencils and I colour in comic books if I'm waiting for something, and yeah, that just passes the time. I love colouring. I'm a child at heart. And a recent little mini project I've given myself is a rubber band ball. Everybody loves a rubber band ball. Again, it's one of those more distracting things if you're fiddling with a rubber band ball when you're with your friends, but it's not too bad if you've got one of these in your hand compared to colouring. So. And finally, my favourite fidget toy, which I've had for years, nearly as long as I've had Derma, and it just distracts me from picking my nails or biting my nails or picking at the skin around my neck, and that is miniature beanbags. I love them. I make them myself, and I have loads and loads of them. I have them in every single bag. My favourite at the moment are these little pink ones, and I made them myself, and I just like to throw and catch them. Although they are very distracting for your friends if you're, say, at the pub and they want to play with them, you're like, no, I'm playing with them. We got taught how to make them in year 7 in a textiles class, and I went home and made the miniature versions because I really love doing textiles, as you can tell by the sewing kit. And so I have lots of little beanbags and I love them. Just like to throw them about, catch them. Everybody should have mini beanbags. Make your own, you'll become obsessed. And finally, my phone, the ultimate distraction available, and everybody knows it. Apart from the odd sanitary products, that's about it in my bag. I like my new bag. Nice little rucksack. Maybe I'll do an update in the future if I ever find any more fidget toys or creams to use. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye bye. Just because I know it's a reliable way to relax, it's like, to me it feels like a form of meditation.